Welcome back to my page, and if you're new here, my name is Mary, and today we're going to be talking about barristers or solicitor. If you had watched my last video, you would have heard me say that I very much decided to go through the barrister route. So today we're going to be exploring questions you need to consider when making your own choice on the route to take. But before we jump right into the questions, let's understand the role of a solicitor or a barrister. Now, a solicitor is someone who represents clients and provides legal advice. They also represent clients in the lower courts of record or tribunals. So, if you're someone who is concerned about not being able to practice advocacy, you can practice advocacy in the lower courts of record. And if you want to know more about the role of a solicitor, I've provided a link of the Law Society page. They've done a good job in explaining the role of a solicitor and what it entails. So if you want to know more about the role of a solicitor, click the link in the comment section and find out more about the role of a solicitor. Barristers, on the other hand, are specialist legal advisors and courtroom advocates. I have also provided you a link in the comment section of the Bar Council's website. They've also done a good job in explaining the role of a barrister. So if you want to know more about the role of a barrister, go to the comment section as well and find out more from the Bar Council's page. Now that we fully understand the role of a barrister and a solicitor, we can then jump right into the questions we need to consider when making a choice. The first question you need to consider is what? What are you doing right now in your current practice? The second question is the why. Why are you doing what you're doing? The first question, what are you doing right now, is always very glaring because you know what you're doing. The second question is the why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Are you doing it because you enjoy it? Are you doing it because you're passionate about it? If you do not know why you're doing what you're doing, I think it is very important for you to consider that aspect and then take some time to think about it and figure that part out for yourself and know the very reason why you're doing that. The reason I say that is because the answer to your why question always serves as a motivation for you when you go through your own journey or when you decide the routes you want to take. So knowing the answer to the why question is very important. Let's talk about the why question a bit more. I'll give you an example of why I decided to start this YouTube channel, which is very, very interesting. A friend of mine reached out to me a couple of weeks ago and said one of her colleagues wanted to qualify here in England and Wales and was thinking about what her options were. So I was like, you know what, let's jump right into WhatsApp. So I sent a couple of voice notes to her explaining what she needed to do, what her options were, how she needed to prepare her CV if she was looking to get a job, things that she basically needed to consider. And then I sent a couple of websites for her to also do her own research. Not that she was just going to take my word as what it is or what she had to do. So I sent a couple of websites for her to read and for herself, and so that she could make that decision for her own self. And then my friend was like, Mary, you broke down the information so well that my colleague was able to make sense out of everything you sent. So she said, have you ever considered having a YouTube channel? And I'm like, that sounds like a very good idea. And it sounded like a good idea to me because I've always been thinking about how well to pass on the information that I have and how well to, pass it on to people so that they could find it easier than I did. It took me time, like I said in my last video, to get the information, to gather the information I needed. And it was just bits and pieces. So I was like, you know what, this is something I'm going to take up. And she was like, if you're going to take it up, just let me know. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to take it up. And yeah, that's why I decided to start this YouTube channel. So like I said earlier, you need to consider the why question very, 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 very well. And I say that because that is what is going to motivate you when you find it difficult or when you go through challenges. Because like I said, it's not an easy journey. It's not easy to say you just want to become a solicitor or a barrister. I mean, it's very, very, these are very competitive roles. And if you want to, choose this part, you have to sit down and answer that why question. Are you passionate about it? Do you enjoy it? Answers like that So sit down well and figure that answer for yourself if you don't already know why you want to practice as a solicitor or a barrister. Once you're able to answer that question, and everything just works out fine for you, because like I said, it's your own journey. So knowing that answer will aid your own journey. So we've talked about a number of things already today. So let's do a brief recap. We've said that solicitors can practice advocacy. Yes, they can represent clients in the lower courts of records or tribunals. So if you were ever bothered or concerned about not being able to practice your advocacy skills, you can do that in the lower courts of record or tribunals. So you don't have to be bothered about not being able to do advocacy. Advocacy is still a very big part in your role as a solicitor. And then we said barristers, especially legal advisors, and courtroom advocates. So the courtroom is their home. That's where you find the barristers daily. Courtroom is their home. And then I also provided useful links for you to find out more about your role as a solicitor or a barrister. So make sure you click the link and go through the Bar Council's page or the Law Society's page in case you want to know more about the role of either the barrister or a solicitor. And then we discussed the most important part, which is the questions you need to consider when making your own choice. We talked about the what and the why. The what comes in when you're considering your experience right now and your current practice, and the why is what will motivate you in your journey. So like I said earlier, you need to know the answer to the why question. You need to know why you are deciding to either practice as a solicitor or a barrister. Being a solicitor or a barrister is a very, very important job. You're representing people daily. So you need to have and know the answer to that question in order to face your journey, in order to go ahead on your journey. And like I said, that will motivate you in your journey because you're going to go through challenges. It's not going to be easy. So once you know the answer to the why question, you're going to find it easy and you're going to enjoy your journey no matter how hard it becomes or no matter how easy. And trust me, you would enjoy it. So make sure you spend time answering the why question. And thank you very much, guys, for listening all through the video, and I hope you've learned something from this video. In my next video, we're going to be talking about the solicitor route, and we're going to be asking the question how to apply transfer your qualifications as a solicitor, although I didn't do it. So I'm just going to be telling you what I know, so you would have to read through the website and do your own research from the links that I provide to you. But yes, so we're going to be exploring more about the solicitor route in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment in the comment section if you have any questions for me. So see you guys in my next video. Bye.